A few days ago, I was watching the Red Pill course of Hamza, right? He was talking about a list of red flags in a woman, okay? And there was a list of like 21 red flags, whatever. He had his own limit on them, okay? And he was talking about if like your girl has more than 5 red flags, then she's out. Like you're disrespecting yourself, you should leave her or just change up something, right? Do something about the situation. I ended up talking about this with my girl, and we got into an argument because I talked to her. I thought I had I think 6 red flags. I found like six red flags, and then I was like kind of paranoid. I was like calling her and was talking about it, stuff like that. Turns out at the end of the argument, which went for like 2 hours or whatever, I was like, why the fuck am I trying to change a relationship and stuff like that? And even though it's going pretty good, right? Everything is fine. There are like no big problems that I see. That she has a good relationship with her father. Everything is going fine, and I'm like, why the fuck do I keep pushing like other dynamics in the relationship, even if I see that okay, we're doing just fine? And I'm getting my needs met, she's getting her needs met, because I thought that the grass was greener on the other side. I got into the trap of shiny object syndrome. Yo, I'm Aris, also known as Screw Mediocrity, and I'm a leader of young men trying to improve and reach their attractive potential and help them network with high value chads like themselves to reach their goals 10 times faster than the average person. We don't want to be like the average motherfucker walking down the street alone with cum-stained t-shirts, unplugged eyebrows, looking ugly as fuck, not even giving a fuck about how he looks. We don't want to be like those guys. We want to stand out, we want to look fresh, we want to look attractive, we want to look groomed, sexy, confident. That's what we want. We want to be in a community of other like-minded brothers so that we can achieve the same goals and get the attraction of women, respect from other guys, but most importantly, fucking love what we see in the mirror. If that sounds interesting, click the first link in the description to join our movement. It's free for the first 100 guys. Join in right now while you still can. Also subscribe for me to make more videos like these. Imagine everything was going okay with me and my girl. Our relationship was doing just fine, no problem. And then I just come in and I'm like, boom, let's change everything up in here. That doesn't make sense, right? Of course, if there were problems, if she had a lot of red flags, and I saw that our relationship was going as good as it should be going, then of course I would do something about it, right? But then when I thought about it, I was like, some of those signs that I looked up in the list, they were very shitty in a way. Like they didn't really show that, okay, she has like a high body count or whatever. And it's like, why the fuck would I listen to Hamza on that specific thing, right? There was one red flag which was talking about if she has a lot of piercings and if she dyed her hair, tattoos, stuff like that. I mean, she has piercings on her ears, which is basically what 99% of women have, especially from birth. Like there's nothing really else much to it, right? And then that was considered a red flag. And then I thought, like, why the fuck is it a red flag? Of course, like if she has like blue hair or whatever, a shit ton of tattoos with no meaning and a fuck ton of piercings, whatever, then I would say that yeah, she's trying to be like a free spirit or whatever. I won't fuck with that, okay? But if she has like 3 piercings, whatever, what the fuck is the problem in that? But anyway, like there were a lot of things that I thought about it, and I was like, okay, those red flags weren't actually that much of red flags, And then I was like, fuck it, let's just leave this idea, because like for me at least, there was no problem with my girl. I was just creating a problem out of thin air. Imagine there are people out there who are as stupid as I was when I had that conversation with my girl. They're pushing it even further because they're thinking that, oh, it's my way or the highway. But then it's like, that's not how a good relationship goes. And think about that's not only if you have a relationship, it's also about business. If you have a business, right, this also applies to you, because if your business is doing just fine, no problems, everything's going smoothly, and then you watch more podcasts and videos and courses on how to improve your business, and then you find new strategies, stuff like that you could use, and then you're like, oh, I should try this right now. But then it's like, bro, if everything is going fine in your business, why would you go ahead and like watch more courses and stuff like that to improve it if it's going just fine now? Like let your business do its thing, improve, like keep going with that strategy that you were going right now, that's going pretty well. If it stops working or whatever, that's when you should switch to a new strategy. Don't just switch because, oh, it could be better, right? Switch whenever you feel like nothing else works. And that's how most people lose out on all their progress and lose like really important and precious relationships with smart women, like high value women. And not only that, they're ruining their business by doing some other shit, which of course I did as well. Like, I'm not saying that I'm perfect or whatever, because I hopped from business model to business model. I wasn't staying consistent in one of those. That's why I didn't make as much progress. And that's like a huge stab to myself, because I thought like, why the fuck am I doing this for so many months and I'm not getting results? But then it's like, bro, you're changing, like I was thinking about this, right? You're changing directions 2 times a month or whatever. And it's like, oh, that fucking makes sense. That's why I should stick to one thing. And even if it's not 100% that it's going to work, and even if doubts start coming up that, oh, this might not work, this might not work, like, just bitching about different problems and something that foreshadowing the future. It's better to actually do the thing, get to work, and when you get to that point where you feel like, okay, this could not work from here on out, whatever, that's when you should face the problem. Cross that bridge when you get there. Don't cross that bridge before. Don't rush to get to that point. Keep going where you are right now. Like, look at the steps, right? One step at a time. Don't look at 10 steps ahead. You should be looking at one step at a time, and that's what really fucked with me. And that was a huge problem for me, because I was thinking too far ahead for no reason. Even though I wasn't thinking about, oh, I should improve this and this and this and this and this. And then when I came to that point, right, it would have been 10 times easier to succeed, because I had so many things that I should have gone through before. Oh, I'll just like think about it right now, and if it doesn't work out in my head, then I'm not gonna do it. That's how you fail. Just keep going step by step, and once you see that everything is good, everything is going fine, and you get to that point where you feel like that was the failure that you foreshadowed or whatever, that's when you should look more into it and be like, okay, is this actually impossible for me? Is it much easier now that I got to this point? That's when you should actually think about, surpassing that level, when you get to it, not before. So in conclusion, don't watch red pill videos if your relationship with your girl is going just fine. And don't watch other, podcasts and videos on your business or any other thing that you have progress in if you feel like, okay, it's going just fine. I don't need to change right now. That's basically the whole point. I hope I helped you to get out of the trap of the shiny object syndrome. And yeah, stop wasting time.